What's up, guys? It's me and today I'm going to teach you monarchs. Part of the beginning. These are series of DD monarchs. The beginning of monarchs is very, very, very scary. It's crazy. Like, when I come back and look at this deck, I'm just like, what? This was all legal at one point. You got to be dropping me in. Oh, you're going nice. You're doing the Jinzo. The dick move to do is banish Necroface at that point. You get so much life points, it is ridiculous. And there's not really much to stop you either. As you can tell, this is the 2007 to early 2008 Monarch different dimension deck. This deck is absolutely bonkers. Aww. Greedy bastard. Uh-oh. Necroface. Watch his life points because of subversion alone. Comes the big one. Oh, I hit a Necroface. That was my last Necroface. Is he gonna hit a Necroface, dude? That's gonna be a big thing. If he hits this Necroface, we're gonna have an issue here. Retarded, 10,000. Oh, double Necroface. He's decked out. He just decked himself out. Welcome to what monarchs used to do. Okay, win. Aww. The programming needs not in the area at all. Don't matter. Protect him now, that's crazy. Don't use a fix it anymore. We'll do one more for you guys just because of how crazy this is. Wrap your hand around it. This is the old DD Monarch deck. I'm going to go more in detail about how to play it and stuff like that tomorrow, in case that I would. This is part one. Really, it's the deck that got Monarchs started. It really was. If this wasn't a deck, Monarchs would have never took off like they did, and never been anywhere near tier. And this deck really showed what Monarchs are capable of. If you don't think Monarchs are good back in the day, this deck just proves that majorly. Oh god. What's the points of Miami game? I know it's the same deck, so it's not as interesting as if it was a different build, but wow. Fact decks can just do this back in the day. Nuts. I mean, why did Day Standard? This is crazy. Especially last game, that was nuts. Like, this one's a little bit more chill because macro and there's not on the field. But if you hit macro for your own field, it gets really big. And that's what the deck does, pretty much. So it's like, oh, won the game. $6,000 it seems legit. So, I haven't been inside deck yet. This was just a 2 out of 3, just explaining what you guys are gonna see. You're gonna see duels of the deck first, then this is part 1 of the Monarch part. It's gonna be a long part, it's gonna be a lot of videos. And one short part. In the end, this deck's really nice. It really is. I love to go back and see these decks. Fun. Let's go and show the deck off. Why not? I'm still working on the slide deck, as you can see. That's why I'm not going to cover it just yet. But general gist of it, I'm not going to cover the big part because that's going to be for the major deck profile thing. But what you want to do is you want to use your Tyruses, your Light Monarchs, to tribute for your Necro Faces and your DD Scout playing your Survivors, so you can go seriously plus. It's crazy how much plus you get in this deck. You have back in the day, this was at 1, this was at 1, these got put at 3, this was at 3, this was at 3. I mean, if you look back at old format, it's pretty crazy what was illegal back then. This was Stratus just got instant banned when the Monarch Structure deck came out, so Titus became a thing and the Light Monarch became a thing, making this deck a thing, and it was crazy. I don't know if Demon got banned. I don't think he did. I thought it's just Stratus that got hit, because there was a tournament in the middle of 2007 where Stratus was made a card, and the second it was made at 3, it won a tournament just because it could search itself and all the craziness that people would pull off from it. And it got an IE. And it got an instant ban, which is not something a lot of cards can say they've done. Stratos is a card that got instantly put at 1. That's crazy. That just explains how crazy 2007 was as a game mechanic. And Different Dimension was a good deck then, but it wasn't really until the Monarchs came out, and then it started to be more of a, oh my Jesus, what is this thing that we just bred, you know? I'll go more in depth about combos and all that goodness, but this deck is crazy and I can't wait to cover it in detail. This was just me showing off the deck a little bit and showing you guys what you're gonna see on my channel, you know? Because I did get rid of a lot of videos, and I understand it's a little frustrating, so I do want to try to explain why and what I'm doing, so you guys are like, oh, okay, he's building side decks, he's building extra decks, and he's building a ton of decks for us, that's cool. Because what I was doing back then was just doing duels, and that really didn't do anything for me, honestly. It wasn't interesting to anybody. I mean, dueling by itself really isn't all that interesting, but covering the deck in depth like I plan on to with this deck is just gonna make things so much better for you. It means for you guys to learn the decks. Even though this is an unlimited deck, I understand that. It's gonna show you what the deck used to do, so when you go pick it up later on, you'll understand, okay. So it's slowed down a little bit, okay, it's pretty good still. We won't get that all done. This was 2007 DD Monarchs, and next time we are going to do DD Destiny Monarchs, which was a little bit beforehand. Frost Monarch was legal. There was very few that came out then. Frost, Ryza, and the Fire one. These two didn't come out until later, you know, signing because they're the best by far. Jinzo was that one. It's so sad to see it, but it is. So, next time you guys see me, we are going to have a lot of fun, and really show why decks like this are so crazy back in the day. And later on, we're going to go to our newer stuff, and we're going to explain the combos and all that good stuff. So, I will see you guys then.